What's good, homies? We're live from sunny Boyle Heights, LA, live from the Heart Center. As always, I'm Mark, and I'm awareness in the service of love, but I'm also a recovering human. I'm a recovering alcoholic, drug addict, porn addict, sex addict, codependent, narcissist. Probably some more addictions, some more attachments that you can throw in there. Because really what I'm realizing is that it's about letting go of all of these attachments. Most people think when they get into the spiritual path, they think that they're going to get rid of their ego. And at least for myself, I really pattern matched ego with egotistical. I kind of thought of the ego as the negative aspects of myself that I was not happy with. But what I realized in really the idea of ego death is getting rid of your whole attachment to being human, to who you are, because we're so much more than that, because we are pure consciousness. And the question I've always had is, how do I get there? And I've been really on with Mooji lately. Man, Mooj knows what's up. He talks about we never really ask who we are. We just assume that we are this personhood, he calls it. But when we introduce ourselves to somebody else, we say that I am Mark. And that I am, that comes before Mark. Consciousness comes before Mark. Consciousness comes before me, the personhood. And that blew my mind. Mooj is blowing my mind right now. And to get there, how to get there? He does these amazing experiential satsangs, and he calls it the invitation. And he invites you into feeling what pure consciousness feels like. He could do it on YouTube, man. It's fucking amazing. So amazing. So by following his pointings, I really feel like I'm onto something. One of the main things I'm working on, he talks about, is keeping your mind and your heart. And that was a pretty interesting concept. What I realized is that my attention has always gone outward. What can I see? What can I read? What can I digest? What information? More information, more information. And what that does is that just feeds my ego. That just feeds my obsessive thinking. That takes me away from the real subtle energies, the real subtleness of consciousness itself. So when I turn my attention inward and focus more on the feeling of just consciousness, just emptiness, just pure awareness without any thought in my mind, and focus my attention there, I'm able to see very clearly all of my personhood that comes up when my mind attacks me. And I realize that shit isn't me, homie. Blow my mind over here, Mooj. Keep your mind and your heart. Focus on that feeling of awareness. Whoa. So I've been doing that. And at the beginning, it's a little difficult. it's just retraining yourself from where you've been putting your attention your entire life, which for most of us, including me, is outward into the world. But in switching my focus, switching my attention to awareness, that I am awareness, this morning I woke up with this like ringing in my ears. I can't describe it. It wasn't there. I remember waking up this morning in a dream, in between dream state and a fully awake state, and putting my attention back on my awareness. Whereas before, when I would wake up, as soon as I wake up, my thoughts fucking out of the gate somewhere, trying to corral that shit back in. But I made this focused intent to place my attention on my awareness, or as Mooj says, keep your mind in your heart. And my ears started ringing, and they haven't stopped. And so I Googled that shit, and it says it's a mark of spiritual ascension. That by doing these practices of Mooji's teachings, by following his guidings and his pointings, I'm tuning into the subtle vibrations of consciousness itself. And whoa, blow my mind. I've been looking for an experience. I've been looking for something experiential. Not just in my intellect that says, yeah, my spiritual practices, paying dividends isn't the right word, but at least, any sort of idea of what it is probably not the right answer. Am I on the right path? These are all the wrong questions really to ask. But the fact that I got here, I was like, I'm filled with joy. That's all I can say. I really am filled with a lot more joy for this experience, for my entire experience. I'm seeing a lot more of kind of my path here, why things had to be certain ways. Because me as consciousness was really pushing me into getting to this state of awareness. It was really pushing me in its beautiful, unconditionally loving way to understand who I really was, who I really am. Which is not Mark, which is consciousness itself. And that's who I'm starting to identify more and more with. And by keeping my mind and my heart, keeping my focus, my attention on myself as awareness, I'm just I'm just building more reps into understanding who I truly am. And so much gratitude for Mooj. So much gratitude for that guy. He's really he walks the walk. A lot of people that just talk the talk and say spiritual, they know the right spiritual words to say, law of attraction, whatever, spirituality. They know all the right words and things to say, but they're not really walking the walk. And since we're all netted as consciousness, people kind of know intuitively that people are bullshit. So when I come across, and I've been looking for somebody for a long time who's walking the walk. And I found, Tom Campbell. Love that dude. a true master as well. But I was looking for something more, something that spoke to me a little bit more in a little bit different way. And again, through searching, came across Mooj, and again, man, he's talking the talk and walking the walk. He's amazing, and I'm very grateful for his teachings. And I would never thought I'd say that I'm happy to have a ringing sound in my ear, but I am. It's kind of comforting in a way. And but if you don't believe me, you don't have to. I invite you to go onto YouTube, MoojTube, and Google Mooji invitation, where he invites you into this feeling of what it is to be awareness itself. He calls it starting at the end. He gives you the experience, and then it's up to you to continue, because your mind's going to attack. You just have this experience, and you can't expect just like, that's it, you're an ascendant master now, congratulations. What happened for me is that my mind attacked like no other. It still is. My mind is more intimate than anything. It tells me exactly what it wants. It tells me exactly, it knows exactly how to engage with it. And that's all it wants. All it wants is for me to put my attention into my mind and to engage with my ego, because that's what gives the ego power and strength. So from Mooj's pointings and teachings, dude, my phone always rings while I'm onto something, and I know what's up. So because of Mooj's teachings, I'm able to not engage with that. I'm able to see, I have enough awareness that that's not me. And ringing's still there. I'm really excited to share with everyone and going forward with what this means. Because honestly, I don't even know. It's and I'm not even attached to this ear ringing. It's a perceiving this. Because I'm even perceiving this means it's not even me, truly me. So thanks for letting me share, and keep your mind in your hearts.